Everyone, so I want to talk about one of the most important words that relates to success. In my journey as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, as a husband, as a man, as a just human being overall who wants to actually do something with my life, this is one of the most important words. And I'm sure you've heard it before, but you probably haven't lived it fully. And it's something I'm still working on living fully, but it's the reason, right? This word is the reason why I know that I have such an awesome life that I've created along with the help of others, because it hasn't been easy to do this. I've had to work my ass off. I've had to face extreme amounts of resistance and fears and adversities and haters and all sorts of stuff. And this word has guided me through, and that word is bold, being bold, boldness, right? That ability to, in the face of danger, in the face of adversity, in the face of people confronting you, people trolling you, hating on you, whatever it may be, is that boldness. Because the world right now is designed to basically destroy your self-will and to destroy your self-esteem and to destroy your sense of self-worth and all of that. Like, it's literally the world, the economy, consumerism, marketing, everything in the world is designed to make you feel empty until you buy a product. That's called consumerism. If you don't believe me, there's a phenomenal documentary on that the BBC did. BBC's questionable, but they did a documentary called The Century of the Self. Century like CENTURY and self SELF. It's 4 parts. Highly suggest watching it. And it will show you how the powers that be, quite literally, like the people that call the shots in terms of like PR and marketing and advertising at the highest levels, how they've manipulated people to go from just being, more basic consumers to like literally feeling an emotional emptiness until they get their products or whatever. I don't have time to go into it right now, but that's how we've been programmed. And if you think you haven't been programmed like that, you're underestimating the degree to which you've been brainwashed. Okay, I love it when people are like, brainwashed? I'm not brainwashed. It's like, do you speak English? Because then you've been brainwashed. Stop reacting to the word brainwashing and just realize that everything is brainwashing. Okay, I'm brainwashing you right now by listening to this. So you better watch out, right? Like, actually, brainwash is just you being exposed to information. Literally, that's all it is. And what I've come to realize then, over the past few years especially, when I've really unlocked what I would call my actual potential, has been as I'm navigating the world and learning what it means to actually be an effective human and doing something more with my life, actually being in agreement in principle with creating the best reality for everyone, the best outcome, the best world for everyone. And if you aren't doing that for yourself, like, what are you doing? Like, stop just looking out for yourself. Look out for yourself and everyone at the same time. Because we got a world that's in, pretty bad spot, pretty bad condition. And this is an essential piece. Again, this is more for guys. Women, you may have this too, right? I know there's always nuance, masculine, feminine, whatever. Guys out there, you got to be more bold. Like, look at this, right? That's the house that Jessica and I bought. We have this garden, we have this pasture. I don't know if you can see the chicken coops out there, right? We do a lot of stuff that used to freak me out, right? It used to freak me out to take on responsibility, right? Then Jessica is like wanting more different things, and she's very reasonable, right? But like, she's not just content to just go status quo, either am I. So we're able to push each other. But the essential word that I've learned how to live over these past years, especially in this process of taking on a whole homestead, has been being bold, right? Looking at how can I put together money? How can I get creative? How can I be resourceful? How can I build my business? How can I put deals together? How can I add more value to people? How can I create systems? How can I create culture and a community and a movement? And that requires boldness, because you wouldn't believe how many people hate on my stuff. It's hilarious. It's so funny because I'm talking about creating a world that would be best for everyone. And people find a way to nitpick that. It's so funny. It's kind of sad, but I've learned to just laugh at it. But I don't care what your opinion is, because I'm clear on who I am and what I'm here to do. And Jess and I are going to continue to build an amazing life, and we're going to support thousands of other people to do that. And at some point, people come along and see. And whether or not they do, I don't really care. The main thing that I care about is, do we change the system? At the end of the day, that is what I care about, is do we get this system on earth changed so that by the next generation and the generation after that, the average human on planet Earth is born with a life of dignity. Because right now, the average person doesn't have that. But you probably don't even care about that. So let me just make it real practical for you. If you want to make more money, if you want to have more confidence, if you want to wake up feeling a general sense of happiness, if you want to make sure all your needs are met forever, you don't have to worry about bills, if you want to make sure you have awesome relationship, you have great sex life, you have great intimacy with your partner, you don't argue or bicker over stupid things, if you want to take on responsibility, have fun animals, have a garden, have things that are fulfilling, have fun hobbies, if you want any of that stuff, guess what's going to help you? Learning how to be bold. But it's not enough to just hear me say this, because you have something called your conscious mind, then you have something called your unconscious mind. And which one's running the show? Your conscious mind. Haha, not, right? You might think it is. It's not your conscious mind. You can think thoughts all day long. I am bold, I am bold, I am bold, until one person confronts you. And then you see who you really are. Or you might say an affirmation, right? I am rich, I am wealthy, I'm abundant. And then you hear that the stock market crashes. What's your first thought then? That'll show you your unconscious mind. So you got to change the unconscious mind. So for those of you who want to become bold, I'm not just going to give a suggestion of, oh, go just be bold. Rather, what I'm going to say is, look in the description. I put together a link of a bunch of really cool resources that I've assembled over the years. Because I've been at the entrepreneur game for 10 years now. I just realized how old I am. Since back in the day, right? And I took on different clients for tutoring. That was my first business. And I've seen the change within myself. I've been around a lot of people, a lot of very bold people, a lot of very effective people, a lot of people who made a lot of money. And so I've taken notes over the years and I put them in journals, and now I finally transcribed it and made it digital. And this is something that I'm offering to people for free. Okay. My goal is I'm not here to create another $9.97 course where you can pay and then you get some coaching or whatever. It's like, there's one thing that I know works extremely well, and it's something called Techno-Tutor, because it can help you change your unconscious mind. And that's how we ended up getting this amazing home. Jessica and I have a happy marriage, all that stuff. We have a kid on the way. It's that. And the thing that's going to help you see that is you can learn from me in the meantime. You can, at least attempt to learn, because it's pretty dang hard to learn if you're only using your conscious mind, but you can get access to that library. And so that's something. If you want to learn how to be bold and how to really look at your reality and make it what you actually want it to be. Like, if you have times throughout your day where you're upset and you don't like your life and what you're doing, that's a problem, and you can solve that problem, is my main point I want to get across to you. So again, there's no affirmation that's going to save the day. Rather, click the link in the description. You can reach out to me. I'll make sure you can get access, because I have tons and tons of cool resources in there. And then for those of you who want to dive deeper, right, you can also reach out and I can share with you a few different tools that I've seen work extremely well, especially in terms of developing boldness at that unconscious level. So it's automatic. It's like instinct, like muscle memory. You do the bold thing instead of shying away or cowering in fear or distracting yourself or any of that stuff, right? That's preventing you from just boldly moving forward in the direction that you want to go, because that is the most important thing for you to get what you want out of your life, and also to create a better world. But again, you may not even care about making a better world, but if you want your life to be better, listen up, right? So reach out, right? Check the description, and just in general, like, really look at boldness and look at where you're shying away from it. And for those of you who do have Techno-Tutor or understand self-forgiveness writing, definitely look at that word, because the more bold you can be, people end up loving it, and you'll love yourself even more, because you'll see, I can do way more. It's like the more you do, the more you realize you can do. And that is worth looking at and worth understanding.